everyone. Thank you for watching. By law, I have to tell you that this is for entertainment purposes only. All videos are property of Psychic Liz Cross, LLC. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I'm here with the amazing psychic Liz Cross. How are you doing today?
Amazing. I'm so excited for this probe.
Yeah, so we're gonna do the Palantir Mafia, as it's sometimes called. So we got a lot of questions from our members here. I have a tip jar. If you enjoy the probes that I do, if you want to support me over on ko-fi.com, the link is down in the comments there. I do appreciate everyone that's chipped in over the months and years, and I hope you'll continue to do so. The questions that we're going to be asking today are going to be mostly from our Patreon members. So if you want to request a probe or ask questions on one of these probes, you need to become a member with us. So you go to Patreon/remote viewing and beyond.com. It's a few dollars a month to sign up and ask some of these questions. I got a few questions of my own also, but that's how it usually goes. We ask the questions and then more questions arise. So this should be interesting.
Mm.
All right. So we have Mr. Alex Karp on the screen here.
Mm-hmm.
We got to bring him in for the mind probe.
Okay.
And we're going to bring in Peter Thiel as well.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
we should probably bring in the founding fathers, because a lot of this is gonna, be be concerning America.
Okay. And JD Vance, I
Yeah.
would
Oh, yeah, that's
assume.
right. J.D. Vance too. Sorry about that. That's right.
Mm-hmm. No, that's okay.
Okay.
Mr. Photon, you're all good.
Okay. So let's start off with some interesting things here. So Trump taps Palantir to create master database on every American.
Mm.
This is May 30th, 2025. So this was a while ago. Palantir takes a lot of slack because if you don't know who they are a company that works with DARPA and the military industrial complex. They have contracts and have contracts before with to do with spying through technology, basically, more or less. That's the kind of technology that they create. They're managing large, large, large data sets, and who's interested in large, large data? Well, governments are because they want to track and trace and use that data for their intelligence. Now, a lot of this intelligence is on, the American people, it seems. We'll see some different examples of that. So, and of course, if you don't know, Peter Thiel, is a funder, a co-founder of this company, right? And he's, involved in the current administration as well, it seems, to some degree. Seems to be advising there. And also JD Vance has a connection to Peter Thiel. So Peter Thiel is his mentor. So we can kind of see how there's kind of a web here of this company kind of into the current administration, and we want to find out what's going on behind the scenes because, the information is very scarce about what's going on because there's, obviously it's military in nature, so it's highly redacted, right, and secretive. We do have some whistleblowers that we can look into as well that have come forward, but they're very far and few between because of that relationship. So. What is this all about? Can we bring in the founding fathers and ask about this supposed master database on every American? Is this real?
What is this master database? Oh, yeah, it's already been built.
Okay. And this is with Palantir's technology?
This is with Palantir's. Yes. Yeah, it's a combination. Or Palantir, the main org. Yeah, Palantir is the main company behind it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So I have a quote here from Mr. Vitalik of Ethereum fame. He's saying that Peter Thiel is, to put it mildly, not a cypherpunk, which is, his way of saying he's not on our team. And he has a quote here from Mr. Peter Thiel: "The most just society cannot survive without intelligence, i.e., espionage, even though it's impossible without suspension of certain rules of natural right."
Hmm.
So you can kind of get maybe a little sense of the philosophy of Peter Thiel. What is his, what does he think about spying on the American people?
What do you
That
think?
sounds
Can
like what
you
he's
put a
talking.
sorry, can you put a picture of him up? What do you think about spying? Oh, he loves it. He loves spying on the American people. Not just the American people. He wants to be the main facilitator of spying throughout the world. He wants to secure contracts everywhere.
Hmm. Okay, and that we'll get into that as well, but because that seems to go on with Palantir. So here's Peter. I'll stop the video here, but that's a picture of him there, I believe.
Hmm. Yeah, there we go. Why? It's easy money.
Oh. Now
Easy money.
is he using this spying to like do industrial espionage?
Are you using this spy to do industrial? Every espionage you can possibly
Oh,
imagine.
God. So this is a big problem, right? There's a massive abuse of power here, it sounds like, by someone who's in the private sector, or sorry, public
He,
sector.
he does not care. I just asked him that. This is a massive abuse of power. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
He's making tons and tons and more tons of money from all of this.
Hmm.
Um, he doesn't really care what happens to the little man, is what I'm getting from him. His personal thoughts, feelings, and opinions. Do you not care that it's going to erode some rights? No, he could care less. Or do you not care that this is uh, part of this Western world march into communism? So what? He doesn't care. That was his response.
Okay. What is his involvement, or does he consider himself a part of the transhumanism movement?
Do you consider? I don't even know what transhumanism is. Can you explain that to me just for my own benefit?
You mean different things, but what I'm thinking of is the merging of like technology with human
Ah,
beings to like
thank you.
it's beyond our humanness is one way to think
What,
of it.
what do you think? What is the extent of your involvement in the transhumanism? Computers are an easy way to make money. This guy has nothing else on his brain but money. I can feel it. I can see it. The energy. You would not want to be friends with this guy,
Mm,
right? He wouldn't talk to you. He would look down upon you
yeah.
because you are not in his very tiny money-making circle.
Mm. Okay. All right. Well, that doesn't sound good.
No,
Sound
I've
good.
never probed him before. And I actually thought, well, maybe he's not all that bad.
Right.
I don't know anything about this guy other
He's like
than
he's a big, 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 big figure that everybody looks up to in Silicon Valley, in investing
oh,
in technology. Like everybody looks up to this guy. He's at
mm-hmm.
the level of Elon Musk.
Oh, okay. And so before everybody starts going crazy in the comments, the less I know, the better, and the more pure the information comes in. So it's actually very beneficial that I don't know much about this guy at all. That's good. I didn't know that, but this guy is show me the money. That's all he cares about. He
Okay.
even has his own island somewhere.
Hmm. I bet. I bet. Okay, so what's his relationship with JD Vance then?
What is your relationship with JD Vance? Oh, they're best friends.
Okay. And has he groomed JD Vance as a politician?
Mm. Have you groomed JD Vance? I helped him, yes. Do you feel that you groomed him? No, he always wanted to be a politician. It's not as if he had to change his perception to be a politician. He certainly always was very ambitious. He always wanted to, he used to talk about it, but, and he's perfect for the role according to Peter. Um, Did you have the foresight or did you have any sort of intentions that if I throw money and I help build up JD Vance and he does become a politician, that it'll be you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours? Yes, he did.
And that seems to be working out because now he's obviously the vice president and they're working together for sure, like publicly. So does he feel like he has, full control now, in the administration to implement what he wants to implement?
Do you have full control in the administration? Oh, yeah. Well, this is what I'm getting from him. Now, I don't know about this stuff too much, but anyway, this is what he said to me. We always get first dibs. So the
Oh.
contract or the proposal, the government puts out what they need. Okay. This is what we need. We need a technology to do this, right? From some of their many think tanks.
Mm.
They send it to Do they send it to Palantir? No, they send it directly to him. And he then negotiates and meets with the Palantir Mafia. This is what the government are looking to achieve. And then these companies have to bid in order to get the contracts, right? They have to put up some sort of proposal together. They have to bid to get these contracts. Do you know what the bid is going to be? Yes, he does. As in, do you know when, because they have to have other bidders
Yeah.
outside of the Palantir Mafia, and they do, just to make it fair.
Yeah.
However, those other bidders do not stand a snowball's chance in hell of getting a contract. And he kind of is the middleman here. He's the one that makes sure that everybody does what they say that they're going to do. He delivers on that. They trust him, he trusts them. They will always get the contract. Now, he'll send proposals in, the government will come back, and I don't feel that they're supposed to. Okay, so this is why Liz never shows her identity, because what they're doing is they're coming back. Somebody's giving him a word in his ear saying, you need to add blah, 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 and this, that, and the other, so you can secure this contract because these are what the others are offering. I'm telling you, hands down, I could see that right away. So there's a lot of manipulation going on here. There's a lot of cheating going on here. They're not supposed to do that, is what I'm getting, but they do it anyway because they want Theo to get the contracts.
Right. Now, you mentioned other countries, and what I was reading, and I had this up here to show, but I can't find where because we were going to do this a few weeks ago, and I just can't seem to find
Mm.
the article that I had, but it seemed to show that Palantir was getting contracts also in the United Kingdom.
Oh,
And so the United States is part of what's called the Five Eyes. And there's certain countries in the West that basically use each other to spy on each other as countries legally. So, the United States by law can't spy on their own citizens, and so they use the United Kingdom a lot to spy, like as a proxy, to spy, use their intelligence agencies or whatever, or apparatus to spy on the US and give them intelligence. So it's interesting that they've had those contracts with the United Kingdom. So I'm guessing that Palantir is being used to spy on the American people through the United Kingdom through the Five Eyes. So what's the relationship there? What are they doing in the UK with these military contracts?
what are you doing in the UK with these? What are you doing in the UK? Oh, yeah, he's secured all those contracts. MI5, MI6. What
Mm,
about the military?
yeah.
I feel like they've got drone contracts. I don't know why that's coming through.
Hmm.
Equipment contracts. I don't even know what Palantir does, which again is good from this standpoint where I am. He wants to secure. Are you working on the digital ID card? I feel like they're putting in a bid for the digital ID card in the UK, but that is again, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Tony Blair's son is the CEO or the leader of the company who is going to implement the digital ID in the UK.
Mm.
Come on. How crooked can you be? Anyway, he would love to secure that contract because they know how to track, trace, follow, monitor bank account. They know how to do all this, is what I'm getting.
Yep. Oh yeah. So there have been some whistleblowers that have come out. One is from Cambridge Analytica that alleged that Palantir collaborated on processing harvested Facebook data for political targeting, including the U.S. elections and projects in Trinidad. And Palantir denied any relationship. But Wiley's UK Parliament testimony. So he tested this. The Cambridge Analytica testified in the UK Parliament back in 2018 against Palantir. So is that true? Was does Palantir use harvested data from Facebook to target political figures in the U.S. and abroad.
Did you use harvested data from Facebook to target Oh yeah. Oh yeah. To target political figures. Well, it's not really political figures. He's telling me to target voters.
Ah, yes.
And
Okay.
they sell that data
Hmm.
to the campaigns who then know to work on certain voters, particularly in very fine line areas where you don't swing states, right? Swing areas. That's
Mm,
how they know to focus and who to focus on and go door to door canvassing because they're picking up their data off of Facebook and they're specifically looking at swing counties, swing states.
mm,
And they pay a lot of money for that information. Now, is that only just Facebook? Do you do that on Twitter as well or X? Yeah, they do it on all the platforms.
mm. Okay. There's another whistleblower that came forward, which is quite scary. He's claiming that Palantir is developing advanced AI data analytics, which will be used in military weapons, such as targeting surveillance, predictive policing, and even facilitating lethal operations called the kill machine, where you could
What?
basically put a drone up, right? And then it would just like target you, like, individual would just run right into you or something, right? Or into your house or something like that.
So that's where the drone came from because he showed me the drone. So they're calling it the what?
The term kill machine is what they were talking about in terms of like the drones. So it would be something where they would use all this data that they've harvested from wherever, right? And you would be able to target individuals with the drone like anywhere, like running into your house or running into a person or something like that. I don't know. It's vague,
Okay,
but
the kill
um,
machine. That exists. Okay. As soon as I said, does the kill machine exist? He says, yes, it does. They're mainly using it for foreign operations at the moment, but they will use it on the citizens once full control has been taken. Listen, we keep getting this over and over and over and over. I cannot stress to the audience, to our listeners, and to the members in our group, this is where we're headed. We are marching into communism. Okay. I feel it. And not the kind of communism which is like we'll all grow communal gardens together, right? And everybody's going to be happy and free. And no. This is about tracking. This is the worst kind. Tracking, tracing, social credit score system, which we got. For those of you who are like, Liz, what are you talking about? Again, a lot of this stuff is on the Patreon. So those of you out there in the audience, you won't know what we're talking about. But I mean, again, are you going to? Yeah, eventually, if there's somebody causing a problem, a citizen causing a problem, the whole idea that Peter Thiel has in his personal thoughts, feelings, and opinions that, they need to be taken out.